Okay, so let's carry on drawing. Let's finish off this cola part. So we go back to the Bezier tool, left hand side there, and then we're going to pick a point. I'm going to start at the top here, click and drag. Okay, so I'm going to whiz around the outside of this. This is something that will come with practice as well. Some points I may just clip into and come back and sort out afterwards. So don't worry too much if you think you're just going completely off course. Just think about the points where you want to change direction. So here, click and drag. I'm going to bring that round here. I'm going to go straight up as a line. I'm not even going to drag. I'm just going to go up to this top point here, click, and then click, come down, come over this way. So it's sort of almost giving me that loop around. And I'm going to come in and tidy that afterwards. So straight up, line, line, click. So all I'm using is the left mouse button to click points and moving the mouse without releasing the button to change the handles and change the direction. And again, that's that very similar loop on the Coca-Cola point that we had on the first C. I'm going to go over here, drag that, come down. Yeah, and come back up to this one here. And what I'm going to do, so right, I'm going to go right to this point and I'm going to drag back in this direction to finish that off, and that's close that loop. So it's not too bad. I just want to whiz around quickly with the shape tool here. So I'm going to click that on with the left mouse button, and I'm going to change some of these points now. So this one I want to drag that handle down to give me that smooth loop round. I'm going to zoom in using the roller wheel. Point there, drag that down, drag this one back into that point. That looks quite good there. I reckon I'll probably get rid of that one, to double click on it. And then this one here, if I use the handles to square myself up, and this one over here to pull that across, that should give me a pretty decent match. This one, I think we're going to change direction, so I'm going to change this by using this tool on the toolbar, which is the Casper Tool, and that will just give me a little bit more of a little bit more help coming in and out. Then we go over there, drag these across. It's a bit rubbish that one there, isn't it? So let's square it up, use the handles. You can also grab the line if you want and pull out. You don't have to pull actually on the node points. That one there needs to be changed to a cusp to just bring that out as a square edge. Let's just go and have a look at that. Yeah, that looks better. Cusp that one up. Well, it already is, so let's drag there. Looks not. Drag that down. I might take that out. See if I can. I'll try to do that. See if we can get that in as well. It's pretty much there. Yeah, I'll go with that. This one here. That handle will probably help me there. Let's double click that. Look at that. It's pretty decent. I think pretty much I'll pull this one in just to reduce the size of that. That's good. So I mean, just looking at that particular O there, you've only got point, 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 point. So you've only got 4 points on that. And with all circles, that's pretty much to get a decent circle. You're only going to have 4 points. Let's move that over there. That's looking good. This one here. I might lose that one, I think. I don't think we need it. It's giving me a little dog leg there, so Control Z, undo that. Sorry, I'm a bit crazy. I've got 2 points there, I don't need those. So let's have a little look. Use that. Yeah, it's cool. I do for this video for a moment. Let's go here. We're going to go back to the Bezier tool, and I'm going to add these points in. So one there, click there. It's quite an interesting tool that I'm going to show you next, which is the Combine tool. So let me just whack this in, and I'll show you. Like that. So that's looking a bit rubbish. Go back to your Shape tool, bring that down, use that one. I don't want any sharp points coming in and out. The Coca-Cola logo's got a lovely flow, and I don't want any of you going off looking on the internet and finding a pre-drawn logo. That'd be not cool at all. There's plenty of vectors for all artwork out there, but I'm teaching you, that's why you're here. And then we've basically got this portion inside the EA in the cola we need to do as well. So yeah, let's just whack that one in. So there's two ways of adding different components together. One is grouping and one is combining. Now, when you're drawing something like a logo like this, where you can see at the moment we've got the white and the red, so it's almost like the center points have been cut out, and so the white is actually left. What we need to do is, let's just say we wanted to colour these, and you wanted it to become transparent, you wanted to be able to overlay it with another colour underneath. If you grouped all of these objects together, so you made, let me show you, it's easy. Just do two different things at once here. We'll change that one to a cusp, put that round. Just seeing it looks like that particular edge is quite sharp coming back round. Yeah, it is. That's why I can't see it. That's why when you spend a lot of time drawing people's logos and they're very pixelated, it's sometimes quite tricky to actually see the actual flow of the line. So I'm quite happy with that one. And change this one. Cool, go with that for a moment. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the difference between grouping. So if I highlight the cola and we make that blue as well, you can see that these portions here, these actually haven't got any fill colour. So if I made those white like that, you could see. Let me get rid of this logo behind. So I'm going to move it out of the way. Right, so what we could do is we could Control and G, that gives us a group. Now if I lay that over the top, you can see we've got this white portion inside, but I want that to be transparent. So let's take it back over here. Let's ungroup, so I could go up here and press ungroup objects. Now, instead of grouping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine. So I'm going to highlight all of these objects together, and I'm going to go Control L. This is on your quick start guide, your hotkeys guide that I've given you as well. So now when I take this back over, you can see that it's combined the objects together. So this is now a flow around the outside, and in the inner point there, whatever the component is underneath will show through because it's one flow fluid object. Okay, so that's your cola point. Now I want you to go off and I want you to do the rest of that. To add the circle in, so I'm using my hand tool there, which is holding down the mouse wheel. I'll go back to the pick tool. So to actually draw the circle around the outside, I'm going to come across to the ellipse tool. I'm going to click on a corner and drag a circle across. If you want to make that a proper circle, keep the Shift and Control key down, let go, and that's going to give you a circle. And then you can change the aspect ratio, or the size of it, sorry, and keep the aspect ratio the same by moving in and out from the corners there. Punch in a size in the object size at the top there, just put 160 in, and as long as your padlock is selected, that's going to be, keep it 160 as a circle, or you can just put it in like that. So I'm going to let you have a little play. I want you to finish off the cola and then the swish, and then we'll come back and we'll put it all together and see how far you've got.